I cannot believe I went through the whole month of March without reading a single Georgette Harrow book, which is saying something because I am absolutely obsessed with this author currently. Though it was not done voluntarily, I just had a lot of arcs and other books to get through, which I'm not complaining. I'm still absolutely flattered that I get the opportunity to read so many arcs. Not only saves me money, but I'm discovering books I probably wouldn't have come across. And it's nice to give back to the community and be able to review and share it and like push it towards other readers to find too. But that being said, I had less arcs to read in the month of April, and I seized the opportunity to read a Georgette Harrow book, and I picked up Sylvester or The Wicked Uncle. And this one is so fun, and I feel like it's closer to what you might find more commonly coming out now with historical romances, and like especially the female character feels more contemporary, but it was still such a good time and still very much in Georgette Harrow style. So this is about Sylvester, who is a duke, and it opens with him going to his mom being like, I think it's time to get married. She is thrilled until his son then says, yeah, here's a list of 5 diamonds in the season, which one do you like, because I can have any. And she's like, are you so certain that they're saying yes to you? He's like, yeah, have you met me? Like, I look great and I'm a duke and I have money. Like, of course. And she is concerned that he's conceited and accidentally kind of brings up like, oh yeah, one time you were as a child briefly engaged to your godmother's goddaughter, but like, granddaughter, but whatever. And he's like, oh, maybe I'll go meet her. And she's like, no, no, no. But he goes off to meet his godmother. And she does say that her granddaughter he should maybe meet. She's a little different, but it's still good. And he does, by circumstance, cross his path with the granddaughter's father, who is his godmother's son in law, and ends up being roped into visiting their estate for a weekend. And it is a hot mess because the granddaughter finds out, our female main character, and she's like, oh no, not only do I not want this, I especially can't have this because he is the main villain of the book I had written recently and is about to be published. So she's a writer, and she wrote kind of about her, a little bit about her, like One London Season, but it's very gothic, very melodramatic. And it's biting her in the ass because she tries to run away with her childhood friend Tom. They get snowed in at a like inn, and he also broke his leg. Ends up crossing paths with Sylvester, and Sylvester proves during this time to be really kind and really nice, and he looks out for the two of them, and he likes the two of them. But then they, go their separate ways. She continues on to London to go with her grandmother, or yeah, her grandmother, and gets to spend some time in London. And during that, like their relationship's budding, but there's obviously the like conflict of her book about to be published, and she's like feeling worse and worse as she gets to know him better. And it's very obvious that it's about him because he's very distinct, like eyebrows like kind of slant up, and she's like, well, you shouldn't have had eyebrows so distinct. And this story was such a fun one because it just felt like a gothic melodrama. It felt like Northanger Abbey by Jane Austen, where it's just like so many crazy things going on. Like, not only do you have, you know, the marriage thing, the broken leg thing, you had like also a guardianship and kidnapping, and it's just craziness. It is such a good time, and it reminded me like a little bit like Sylvester reminded me a little bit of Mr. Darcy in that like because of his history and heritage, he has this weight, and it kind of caused him to be a little proud, but he is genuinely nice to others, but he still at the same time doesn't see those beneath him as equals. He might treat them with kindness, but not truly, if that makes sense. And our female main character kind of like prods at him being like, hold on, get your head out of the clouds. No, no, no. Like, you should treat them better. And she pushes him to be a better person in a typical Georgette Harrow way too. Also, they're very like butting heads. And even when they're like confessing their love, they're like, you idiot, I love you so much, pretty much. It's such a good time. If you haven't read any Georgette Harrow stories, I highly recommend. Every single one I've picked up, I have loved so much. They've been like a 4.5 5-star books every single time. This one was a really good fun time. I recommend it, and I look forward to reading more Georgette Harrow books going forward because I got more, and I'm gonna be really sad when I finally read her entire backlog because I'm having such a good time.